Welcome back into Main Street Living. You guys, after spending a year quarantined in our homes, many of us are just dreaming about getting out there and taking that first vacation.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head there, Danielle, dreaming. But as the world is starting to reopen, of course, the process of travel has changed with many different restrictions and safety protocols. And although we may be thinking about going on that next big getaway with friends and family, we just want to celebrate making it through the past year. So here are some tips to show how we can make our next trip the best one yet. And we have joining us Violet and Jerron Dennis with So Flo Luxury Bookings. Welcome to the show, you two.
Hey there.
Hi.
All right. Well, great to see you. Violet, I'll start with you. As we start venturing back out into the world, why is it useful to have help from a travel professional?
A travel professional can help ease your mind when you're kind of short of time or pressed for time. A lot of us usually juggle many different hats and responsibilities. So especially if you're a professional and say you're a full-time working parent, time is of the essence. You have a lot of appointments, you have a lot of running around, and you just need someone that can help take that stress off of you and give you peace of mind. So if you develop a good relationship with your travel advisor, that would be somebody that you can go to over and over again and know that they can communicate and give you everything that you need.
Nice.
Yes, I love having that and having somebody who knows more than I do about where I want to go and traveling different places. So what are some travel trends that you're seeing now coming out in 2021?
Well, surprisingly, RV campers are coming back. So this was something we saw a long time ago, and you had people going to campgrounds and visiting national parks and whatnot. And because of COVID-19, being out in the fresh air is definitely much more safer than being in a confined environment. So the RV industry has actually picked up recently, and we have more families returning to this long ago tradition.
Wow. So people are getting out more. And Jerron, with everyone concerned with safety, as we start traveling again, what are some of the ways that you would suggest for clients to stay safe?
Some of the ways that I would suggest that clients are to stay safe in this time that we're in is to travel in small groups, and also know the destination that they're going to, know the rules and regulations that are set in place to keep the people safe.
Okay. All right.
Very nice. And then what are some other things that people are going out and doing now?
Well, some of the things that people are getting out and doing is they want to feel safe, so they're traveling with immediate family. Those that are staying in their household. So when they when they decide that they want to go and do these things, we suggest things that are more personable, that they can enjoy with their families, more things that they can have control over. Or whereas instead of booking a resort, we suggest that they book a private villa or condo, something where they can have more control over. It's not a whole lot of people that will be coming in and out of their space.
Right. Yeah, and to follow that up, you guys also, have luxury excursions with, cars. You have chefs, you have barber services, and more, right?
Yes, we have networked with private barbers, private chefs, makeup artists, nail technicians that will actually come to these private condos of villas that they're staying in, and actually come to them instead of actually going to a barbershop or actually going to a nail salon. So it works out a lot better. They feel more comfortable knowing that, that's the only person that they're gonna have to actually be seeing, and that person actually comes to them at the time that we arrange for them when they tell us when they want the barber or when they want the nail technician. It's more convenient because they actually set the times up.
That is the way to live. Having everybody come to you. You have your own private villa. But it makes me wonder, is this affordable? Is this only for the uber rich?
No, it's not. It's definitely not just for the uber rich. What we're doing is we're having small groups and families coming together, and we're breaking down what the cost is to them. So pretty much as they get their families together, pretty much it's a lot affordable for them because they're coming in small groups. And actually, when they come in small groups, we're actually working with the vendors and setting up group rates to where the vendors and the clients know what these rates are, and it's more affordable for them.
I got you. Well, Violet, any last words of advice for viewers who are anxious about getting back and exploring out there and just relaxing?
Yes, especially during COVID-19, you want to visit websites such as travel.state.gov. And there you can get information about any travel restrictions for the states or countries that you plan on traveling to. Something else to note is that your vaccinations, keeping that paperwork, keeping track of that is very important, as well as you are required to get tested at least 3 days prior to your departure by airplane. So you want to make sure that you stay on top of that. Some places allow you to schedule your appointments for your family. If they're not all walk-in. And, you have to keep track of that paperwork and make sure you bring it with you, because you have to have proof of vaccination and proof of the negative COVID test results.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you have to have both. So having the vaccination is not just what you need, right?
Yes. And also the travel restrictions for different countries changes all of the time. So regardless, for instance, this summer, the cruise industry does plan on reopening around July, possibly. You still want to stay on top of what those restrictions are and how that's going to affect your trip. Another thing about your big trip planning, whether it's family or a special occasion with your spouse, or a group trip with your company, you want to make sure that you are also on top of anything that may change. And also you want to get insurance, trip insurance for your travel, because if you do end up having to reschedule your trip, you cannot do that without having the trip insurance.
Yes. Always a good thing to have there. And information from where we can get in touch with you. We're going to add that to the screen. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
No problem.
Well, Quincy, coming up next, shopping for a new car? Why not consider a vehicle that is also good for the planet? So we will explore electric and hybrid vehicles coming up. You don't want to miss it.